Obviously, you know the way the Assyrians handled their captives. They were vicious, and truly, this was an empty promise coming from the table of liars. It's of note that the liars will often shroud or cover their lie in truths.
Hello everybody. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I know it was busy for us trying to get ready for spring and just a lot going on, but I'm glad it's finally warming up and turning spring. I was getting so tired of the snow. I want to thank all of you so much for sending me information on this. Oh my goodness. Now first, you notice I started with the clip from Barrow. This was just up on jw.org just a couple of days ago, I believe. And he's pushing the misinformation again. And you want to know why they have to keep pushing the misinformation so that Jehovah's Witnesses, fully indoctrinated Jehovah's Witnesses, should clarify, because they don't want them to believe these news articles. They don't want to believe the governments. And even in his talk, he starts it with talking about kings, how they lie to one another and lie to the public. And this is what they have to do, because they're not going to admit to their members that they have a serious CSA problem. Now, I'm going to put the link down below to this article, but in Pennsylvania, on April 16, 2024, and under the supervision of the Attorney General of Pennsylvania, criminal charges against 2 individuals in Pennsylvania was laid for the sexual assault and exploitation of children. These 2 individuals are Ronald Mangon, and I did that one the other day with the Florida guy, but now we have another one, Roger Zellers of Pittsburgh's Garfield neighborhood. Both men were members of the Jehovah's Witness religion at the time of the offenses. Now, this brings the list of names to the Pennsylvania grand jury investigation up to 16. And one of them did commit suicide when they went to arrest him and charge him. So there are 15 living ones now. Now this article, Lower Borough Pittsburgh men charged with state probe of CSA among Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh my goodness. Like I said, Mangon, I mentioned him the other day. Zellers. I'm not going to read the gruesome details, but it mentions this is an ongoing grand jury probe of the Jehovah's Witnesses founded in the Pittsburgh area and headquartered in New York State. Began with a referral from a county prosecutor in 2019 who felt the state should take a broader look at the issues. Mangon and Zellers, 16 suspects have been identified and accused of raping or molesting children, some as young as 4. So, that's the list. And if you go to avoidjw.org, I'll put the link down below. They have a list of all the names. Now, some of these men that have been arrested, they have their trials coming up this summer. And then if you scroll down in this article to the Zellers case, that's the newest one. He waived his right to a preliminary hearing Tuesday. He is charged with multiple counts of rape, statutory rape, involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, aggravated indecent assault, and indecent assault. Zellers was being held in Allegheny County Jail on Tuesday. His bond was reduced from $500,000 to $10,000 according to court records. His formal arraignment is scheduled for June 13th. A woman, now 41, testified to the grand jury that Zellers began assaulting her in 1992, and the assaults continued into 1993 when she was 9 or 10 years old, a criminal complaint states. Now, when you skip down, it says Zellers was disfellowshipped for having Sexual relations with the 10-year-old girl, according to Jehovah's Witness document that the complaint says was obtained by the grand jury. In the document, Zeller said the incidents happened twice. That document stated that when asked if he would do it again, Zeller said he probably would and was non-repentant according to the criminal complaint. Like I said, you can read this article, but another JW pervert arrested in Pennsylvania, and I just have to ask, how many is it going to take before the Jehovah's Witnesses, the governing body, the board of directors, whoever is in charge of this atrocious so-called Christian cult, what is it going to take? How many kids have to be abused? How many people have to come forward before you just say, you know what, we have a problem? Well, that's a problem with narcissistic, misogynistic people.
Now, in our day, there is another group of men that are sitting at one table, our governing body. They never lie or deceive us. We can have absolute trust in the governing body. They meet all the criteria that Jesus gave us to identify them by.
Some just don't want to say sorry, and unfortunately, that happens a lot in this world. And, this is what a lot of us have to deal with. So, anyway, that is all I have on this, but I will put the link down below to the article and the avoidjw.org article. And it's just sad. It's just sad. And, a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, they're on social media. And I know one went after Vinny the other day and it's like, oh, well, how do you know it's a Jehovah Witness? Well, because people know these people. Even in this article, they're investigating Jehovah's Witnesses at the Pennsylvania grand jury. So they know they're Jehovah's Witnesses and they have all of these documents. And I look forward to the day when the Pennsylvania grand jury, I hope they do a final report like some of the other commissions and stuff have done. Because then we may get to see a lot of these documents and, the evidence and stuff like that. But, the Jehovah's Witnesses, the fully indoctrinated Jehovah's Witnesses, I have to remember to try to clarify that because the PMOs are fully aware of what's going on within the organization. But the fully indoctrinated Jehovah's Witnesses, like Mike and I's moms, even if they knew, oh, well, it's an isolated case. Oh, they're lying. Oh, the evil apostates, half-truths and lies. They're just trying to get us in trouble and before the courts and stuff like that. Satan's coming after us, like they said when they were doing the final management video. Satan's coming after us legally. Well, maybe if you hadn't been hiding CSA for all of these years, maybe the law of the land wouldn't be coming after you. Have you ever thought about that? Talk about law of consequences. If you hadn't been hiding this and still hide it, you wouldn't be having this problem now. Think about that. So, Barreau, you can take your little beware of misinformation and you know what you can do with that. So, I want to thank everybody so much. And I just want to mention that someone that used to be a friend of ours, and it's really sad because they have chosen to go after us on social media. And I just want to mention something in my defense. I know, we all get tired of this infighting. I'm more tired of it than all of you, believe me. And I'm not going to mention any names because, like I said, she was a friend. But if we don't beg for money and promote ourselves, asking for money, and doing GoFundMes for ourselves. What makes you think that we would do it for anyone else? We don't do that. We have never done that for anyone since we have had this channel. We've never done that. So we're not going to do a GoFundMe for anybody. And yeah, I did do a couple of videos. Obviously, you didn't watch them, talking about the problem in your JW family. Obviously, you didn't see them. And, you know, unfortunately, we disappoint a lot of people because we just cannot help or do what they want us to do. We just can't. And another thing is, I don't take anyone's personal information and make it public in a video without their permission. And that is just, you know, my rules. It's my channel, my rules. And I'm sorry if it upsets anybody and they feel they have to bash us on social media, but that's just the way it is. So anyway, I will keep everybody informed if we hear anything else on this. And you all have a wonderful week. We love you. Bye.